Are you looking to land a job in tech but want a mentor to guide you along the way? As many of you already know, having a mentor can be helpful when it comes to navigating your tech career. But how do you find one, and at what point do you really need a mentor? In this video, I'm going to be sharing with you 3 ways you can find a mentor if you're looking for a job in tech. And no, these types of messages are not going to work in 2023. Make sure you stick around to the end because I'll be sharing some messages you can send to actually get a reply. Now, before you start finding a mentor, you might want to ask yourself these 3 questions. Have I identified a specific area or topic I need help on? Am I willing to listen to other people's advice and take action? And do I want ongoing support or just a one-off chat with someone who can point me in the right direction? These questions will not only help you figure out whether or not you actually need a mentor, but also what type of mentorship might be right for you. In general, what I've noticed is if you're an absolute beginner to the tech industry, you probably don't need a mentor to start with. There are so many beginner-friendly videos and websites that help you understand what to learn and what path to take. But once you've spent some time learning and have a clearer idea of what it is you need help with, then it might be time to find a mentor. Okay, so the first way to find a mentor is through a structured program. This is where you enroll in a paid program that offers support for people looking to land a certain type of job or work in a specific industry. If you're looking to become an engineer in one of these companies, you might want to check out Formation. Formation is today's video sponsor, and it was founded by top-tier engineers from companies like Meta and Nextdoor, who have interviewed thousands of candidates and trained hundreds of interviewers. Through the experience, they were able to create a more effective way to prepare engineers for the FANG level hiring bar. Once you apply and get accepted to their fellowship, you'll get a personalized training plan, mentorship from senior engineers, as well as access to a network of engineering mentors, career coaches, and alumni. Mentorship is one of the most important components to their fellowship. You'll get to interact with senior engineering mentors every week for code reviews, small group sessions, and mock interviews. Here are some examples of what a typical week could look like if you're enrolled in their fellowship, and you get unconditional support all the way until you have a signed offer letter in hand. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, make sure you check out the link in the description below to apply for their fellowship. And even if you don't get accepted into their program, they'll provide you with career advice and a free interview prep guide to help you with your tech interviews. The second way you can find a mentor is by reaching out to people on LinkedIn. This is something I did a lot of when I was applying to jobs, and I still have 2 mentors I met through LinkedIn that I regularly talk to. LinkedIn reach-outs are great for one-off mentoring. For example, if you're not too sure whether to go into cloud or cybersecurity and you want to get advice from someone who's worked in both. My usual recommendation is to find a mentor that's around 1 to 2 steps ahead of you, because they'll usually have the most relevant knowledge and experience to share. As I mentioned earlier, you need to be very clear on why you're reaching out and what help you need. Messages like, "Hi, I want to get into AWS, please guide me," is not going to get a reply. It really does help if you can personalize your message a bit. Did the person you're reaching out to attend the same school as you? Do they have a specific experience you find really interesting? If you invest time into making your message more tailored and more personal, chances are people are more inclined to respond to you. Here are 2 examples of messages you can send to someone to ask for a half-an-hour chat. Now, because you're asking for people to help you for free, this type of approach is usually limited to a one-off call. But if the 2 of you had a good conversation and you can sense that they're willing to continue helping you, feel free to let them know your interest in an ongoing mentorship. You don't have to ask them directly, "Will you be my mentor?" Just like how you wouldn't ask someone, "Will you be my friend?" After the initial chat, just express your interest in continuing the conversation and ask if they'll be open to meeting again. Last year, I had the opportunity to mentor over 250 people through one-on-one career calls, but this year I've decided to scale it down and only have a few time slots open each month. If you'd like some help with landing a cloud role this year and want a one-on-one mentoring session with me, I'll leave a link down below to my Calendly page. Attending events and meetups is also a great way to find mentors in the tech industry. Rather than having to deal with the potential awkwardness of reaching out to people on LinkedIn, you can strike up a conversation in a more natural way. If you're looking to land a job in the cloud, you can check to see if there are any local meetup groups in your area. For example, AWS currently has 478 user groups around the world, and Microsoft and Google also have local communities. I'll leave links down below if you're interested in attending an online or in-person meetup. One bonus tip I have is to try and use ChatGPT as a way to help you learn. If you don't already know, ChatGPT is an AI chatbot that can pretty much answer any question you throw at it. People have been using it to write code, design websites, and even as a personal career mentor. Okay, let's give it a go. So I'm going to start by first asking ChatGPT to act as my career mentor. We're going to start off with a broad question and ask, How do I become a cloud engineer? Okay, so they recommend first developing a strong understanding of cloud concepts, then gaining hands-on experience. After that, building a portfolio, networking with others, and finally, looking for job opportunities. This is quite similar to the advice I normally give when people ask me the same question. Now, let's say you're having trouble with figuring out which projects to build. You can ask ChatGPT, what are some AWS cloud projects I can build as a beginner? And straight away, ChatGPT shows you a list of 5 projects you can work on. It's important to note that ChatGPT does have its limitations. For example, it's not able to search the internet and bring you the most up-to-date information. But it's a pretty powerful tool, and if you'd like to learn how you can use ChatGPT to learn cloud and other technologies, please let me know in the comments below. Alright, if you found this video helpful, make sure you check out this video where I talk about the top 5 cloud computing careers for job seekers.